Big thank you to Justin Roberts and the Wanted JMC committee and volunteers for hosting today. You did a magnificent job. Thank you so much. Our two grand final teams are Healesville and Wesburn have played on one occasion this season, with Healesville winning by 47 points.
Where are you guys?
So well deserving of their place in today's grand final. We look forward to a great match. I would also like to congratulate our umpires who will be officiating in today's game. Now I'd like to stand. Please move your hat over our national flag.
Standing up.
And welcome back to Wanda North Recreation Reserve for our last grand final of the day. It is the under-14 girls between Healesville and Wesburn in what has been a pretty action-packed day here in the Outer East up at Wanda. We'll take a look at the match preview of this game. Coming into today, the two sides played just once during the season. Healesville won that game 7-8-50, defeating Wesburn 0-3 by 47 points. Healesville, they're undefeated this season, 12 wins, 0 losses for the year. Wesburn finished third with 9 wins, 1 draw and the 3 losses. We spoke with the two coaches throughout the week. First up, Shane Newsom from Healesville said, "Our girls are very excited to have made the grand final. We only managed to play Wesburn once during the year and were able to win a good contest. Knowing that they were missing a few players, we will not be taking this game lightly. Our girls have been really focused and determined to put their best foot forward over the last month, and it is shown on the field. We'll be hoping to continue that form." And the Wesburn coach, Tamika Ferguson, making it to the grand final with her under-14 girls, Wessie girls team is a remarkable achievement that reflects the commitment and resilience of every player. As coaches, we're honoured to guide these talented young girls who continuously aspire us with their determination and teamwork. This journey is more than just about winning. It's about growth, camaraderie, and the lifelong memories we create together on and off the field. So action in the last grand final, not too far away, 3:25 the scheduled start time, so just about a minute away. Both sides breaking off into positions, not too far away. As mentioned, Healesville undefeated coming into this game. Wesburn 9 wins, the 1 draw and the 3 losses. Only played the 1 time at the start of the season, and that was with Wesburn going down by 47 points in that game. So players are in positions. Umpire holds the ball aloft. And on the way in the under-14 girls grand final in the Outer East here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. Going up in the ruck there was Summer Caldecott for Healesville, and then taking on the tackle there was Newsom for the Bloods. And it's anyone's ball early days here. Flicking it out there for Wesburn, look like Ferguson. Huge number surrounding the ball early days. Going to be a tricky one to break free here for either side. And here we go, now they might be away once again with Newsom. Sends the kick to about half forward. No mark can be taken here, comes to ground level. Trying to get it there was Bode. And then once again the turnover for still, though no mark can be taken. Picked up at ground level there by Matilda Green. Inside forward 50 they go. Presenting to the ball there was Raymaker. Sockers it forward. Huge number surrounding it once again. And now Wesburn might have half an opportunity here. But they've done it pretty well here. The Bloods picked up beautifully here. Kick towards goal. He's going to be stopped. Beautifully defended. Back it comes. No mark can be taken. And Wesburn just working it out for the time being. Long kick out of the defensive 50. Heads towards the boundary line to the outer side of the ground. And they've done this pretty well here. Have Wesburn. De Graaf gets the ball moving, but a kick was smothered. And we'll have a stoppage to the outer side of the ground. So ball up to the outer side. And a strong tackle laid straight away here. Healesville starting off this last game, I should say, quite well. So the ball trickling back the other way for the time being. Can it be kept in play? Socket forward once again. And we will have another stoppage on the outer side of the ground. So a bit of a gridlock at the moment on the wing. Not a whole lot happening for the time being. So once again, both rucks do battle. Working it around. And here we go, inside forward, 50 they go. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Wesburn working this out pretty well, though, for the time being. Pretty tricky one to handle. Looks like it's in the hands there of Ferguson. Can she get a clean hand away? No, she can't. Good pressure being applied here, though, by Wesburn. They've got it their end of the ground. Healesville can't really get it away just yet. And we are going to have another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Dogs. So up it goes once again. Ball just rolling along the ground for the time being, trying to get a kick away on that occasion there. Looked like O'Regan, but it was smothered, and now Healesville on the counter attack. Little chip kick away will work out just fine in the hands of Gordon. Gordon to the outer side, not a bad looking kick, and this should find a teammate in Collins, who takes the mark. Collins just steps off the mark and then loads up on that right boot, sends it down the line. No mark can be taken, spills over the back, tracking it back beautifully there was Tam of Wesburn, kicks around the body, and it's worked out just fine for the moment. They continue to press here, do the Dogs. De Graaf try to present for it, but she couldn't quite get it under her control. Now Healesville force the turnover, ball still in play, socket forward for the Bloods, and eventually finds its way over the boundary line. And we will have another stoppage to the outer side wing. So once again, ball very close to the boundary line. Healesville just trying to force their way forward. And once again called out of play. Anyone's ball to be won here for the moment. What can they do here? The Bloods. It's the Dogs, in fact, Pearson, who picked it up, but she was tackled straight away. So making a good contest of this game so far at Wesburn. Defending quite well, it has to be said. So once again, comes back towards the middle of the ground. What can they do here, the Dogs? They get it moving forward. Oh, the kick was intended for Wilkins. She didn't quite know what was coming. She eventually puts in a good second effort, sockers it backwards. This might still work out okay for the Dogs, where the Bloods have applied the pressure. And a free kick for high contact forthcoming for Wesburn. So they have an opportunity to go inside forward 50. Wilkins to centre half forward. Good kick and a good mark. Doing well there to find Jade Pearson. Puts him inside forward 50. Can someone mark it? Yes, they can. And this could be an early shot at goal, an early opportunity. Riley Bond. Wheels onto an arc. Here we go. Oh no, just couldn't quite take it cleanly. Now Healesville with the takeaway. They get the hands moving. Dangerous bit of trouble here. Thompson penalised for holding the ball. So repeat entry coming up here for the Dogs. Jade Pearson with a free kick, been busy in these last couple of minutes as Pearson again just chips it inside forward 50 with a pitching wedge. Not going to work out for the time being. Ground level ball, kick was smothered. Pearson once again, kick was smothered on that occasion, and now they're away here. Healesville currently in the hands of Lake, takes a bounce, goes inside. Kick just short of half forward. It was a good bit of play there though by Lake, and now Wesburn with the response. Here we go. Ball currently in the hands on this occasion of Beckstream. Gets it to about centre half forward. No mark can be taken. Came to ground level. Slack back the other way. And doing this really well at the moment at Wesburn. Surging the ball forward. Just taking the game on. Could this be holding the ball? No, umpire calls them to go. Wesburn with some good early territory here. Bit of physicality there as well, laid by Ferguson. Crowd wants ball. Umpire, nothing forthcoming. Really bringing the intensity early days though are the Dogs. But Healesville eventually can get the ball into their end of the ground. Can they find a goal here, the Bloods? Umpire calls for it. So once again the ball to be thrown back up. Up it goes. Ball just comes to ground level for the time being, trying to bust her way through there. Look like DeGraff. She gets the kick away. DeGraff actually on the end of this one now. Going to be a tricky one to control. Got plenty of pressure coming here from the Healesville players. Heads towards the boundary line. And once again it looked like Lake on the outer side there trying to get the kick away. And here we go, another free kick going to go the way of Wesburn. So they started this game off well. The recipient looks like O'Regan. And O'Regan gets the ball moving forward. Not a bad looking kick, and a good mark is taken there. Beautifully done. Well read by Virginia Rankin, who loads up on that right boot, puts him inside forward 50. Good vision. And she finds Rayner. Probably a kick and a half away from home is Rayner. Loads up on the left, kick to the top of the square, penetrating ball, but she's turned it over, and Healesville on the counter-attack. A bump applied though, so it could be a chance here for Wesburn, but Healesville got all the numbers in this contest. Here we go, socket forward. Oh, beautifully done to get the hand in there by Beckstream. Can she send it back inside forward 50? No, she can't. Taken in the tackle there was Gordon. It's going to be a ball up, so quick whistle there from the umpire. So wait for the ball to get thrown back up in the air, and that it is. Here we go. Inside forward 50, coming off the boot there of Rayner. No one can take the mark, comes to ground level once again. The Bloods defence holding up quite well. Interesting kick, dangerously back in towards the corridor. Here we go, this could be a chance here for the Dogs. Wilkins, can she get it under her control? Handballs back towards the pocket. And the Bloods, are they happy to concede? They take it over the boundary line, and we will have a stoppage in the forward pocket for Wesburn, who are doing it quite well so far in this first quarter. So once again, both rucks to do battle, trying to get the ball out of there. It looked like it was Gorey. High up and under ball, not going to be marked. It's going to fall short of everyone. Wesburn trying to get the numbers back here. Attacking it hard once again was Beckstream. Brought some good intensity in this first quarter. And there's a whistle. And a stoppage. Outer side wing. So just slap forward there for Healesville. Wesburn once again just tracking numbers back, but just unable to take the ball cleanly on this occasion. Good pressure being applied by the Bloods. And yet another stoppage. Tapped away. And again, just the ball, bit of a gridlock at the moment on the outer side wing. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. So this will go the way of the Bloods. Bit of an innocuous one. Oh, doing really well there. Good contest there once again from Beckstream. Had a pretty good first quarter. Good tackle. Applying the pressure. Anyone's ball for the moment. Kick was smothered on that occasion too. Both sides applying the pressure. Ball rolls through the middle of the ground. It's going to be anyone's ball here. A bit of a foot race, and it is eventually one here for Healesville. Umpire not going to call holding the ball. The crowd wanted it, but he was right there. Picked up beautifully here by Lake. Did well. Sold the candy against one. Sends him inside forward 50. It's a good kick. Fantastically done. Here we go. Tried to take her on to Crystal Gorey, and Wesburn having none of it. Oh, it's a dangerous kick, and they turned it over. It's going to come straight back in here off the boot of Caldecott. Beautiful vision into the pocket. And she's found Raymakers. Now this is going to be a tricky one because does she go the check side? Does she back herself in on the drop punt? They're not the widest of pockets here at Wandon, so the drop punt's certainly possible. Raymaker, she's going to back herself in on the drop punt. Just didn't quite have it on line. So still no score in this grand final. Nearly 11 minutes gone into this first quarter. So started this game well so far, have Wesburn. And so to Healesville. Oh, dangerous. What's going to happen here? Can the Bloods find a score? Trying to bust her way through here. Who for the Dogs was Tam. But eventually it is going to be a stoppage inside forward 50 for the Bloods. So ball up once again. Looks like Caldecott was going up on the ruck on that occasion there. For the Bloods. Wesburn though getting plenty of numbers to this contest and the umpire calls for it once again. Up it goes once more. Caldecott got the tap. She was going up on the ruck up against Rankin it was on that occasion. And again the umpire calls for it, so a gridlock inside the forward 50 of the Bloods. Rankin gains a bit of territory, but it's turned over. Here we go. Lake steps away from one, kicks around the body, and it's offline. So first score of the grand final is going to go the way of the Bloods, just a minor score. So 0-1-1 at the moment for Healesville. Akima Lake just offline with a kick. But a score nonetheless, and they'll take that. So here is Chelsea Tam. Wants to go up the middle of the ground. Bit of a risky move early days in the game, and she's turned it over. And beautifully read there on that occasion by Pepperell. Oh, there we go. Burns off one, sends it inside 450. Good vision. Lake got the one behind so far. She's run into trouble. So Virginia Rankin, good tackle. It wasn't Rankin, sorry, because she's on the end of this kick here. Picked up beautifully at ground level by Tam. Got it away just in time. Currently in the hands of Bond. Sends it towards the middle of the ground. The bounce was relatively fortuitous for Wesburn, but it's going to work out nonetheless. Cycling it forward there. Looks like Pepperell heads towards the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play. It's only about a minute to go in this first quarter. Just the one behind scored so far. Wesburn certainly matching it with Healesville. Early stages in this game. So ball up. Tap down there on that occasion by Bond. They keep it in play, getting the handball away just in time was Ferguson, but they've turned it over. Now Healesville on the counter-attack. Ball comes to ground level. Good pressure being applied here by Wesburn. Anyone's ball to be won. Little tunnel ball out the back, and that'll work out just fine for Rankin, who just kicks around the body. The vision was good, the mark just couldn't be taken. Now Healesville again coming back the other way. Rankin contested beautifully once again. Kicked forward there by Pearson, but here they come the other way. Caldecott with a kick through the middle of the ground. Maybe a chance here for the score. Raymakers came up to meet it. Took it cleanly, but was tackled straight away, and we're going to have a stoppage in the middle of the ground. And I reckon that might just do us here for the first quarter. Caldecott wins the tap, does well. Here we go. Lake can send him inside forward 50. Maybe a chance. Oh, beautiful vision from Lake. Finds a teammate. Maybe there is time. Plays on. Oh, gee, the bounce goes awry, and there's the siren. And so the scores here at quarter time in the under 14 girls grand final in the outer race here at Wandon North Recreation Reserve. Healesville, the one behind. Wesburn yet to score. It is just 1 point the difference. We'll take a short break for quarter time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the second quarter. Second quarter action not far away in the under-14s girls grand final here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. And the umpire holds the ball aloft, so we're underway. Just 1 point the difference in the game. Pretty even contest so far. Scoreboard really, I'd say, probably reflects the closeness of the game for sure. As Hills will go inside forward 50. Good kick off the boot there of Caldecott, and she's found the chest of Rainmakers, who dishes it off back to Caldecott. Kick towards goal is offline and through from behind. So disappointing result there, early days for the Bloods. Opportunity for the goal goes begging. So just 2 points the difference at the moment. Caldecott with the behind. So still well and truly in this game are Wesburn. That's a turnover though. And Caldecott once again probably just too far out to score. Good kick to the top of the square though, and the mark can't be taken. Comes to ground level. Wesburn desperately trying to get the ball out of there though. Here's an opportunity. Newsom offline. Just couldn't quite get the ball through. Another behind there for Healesville. So peppering the scoreboard early days are the Bloods in this second quarter. As they look to come to the outer side of the ground, do Wesburn. That's a really good kick and the mark is taken. They continue to press up and under ball. Going to be a tricky one to mark. Coming in from the side there and making a good contest of it. Look like Pepperell. They can go inside forward 50 once again. Pepperell, was she legged? No, umpire calls them to go. Ball just rolling along the ground here for the moment. Anyone's ball to be won. Handballs it away, currently in the hands there of Lake. Kicks around the body, no mark can be taken. And then once again they come back inboard. Interesting play. Here we go for the Bloods. Inside 450 once again. Raymakers, can she get it under her control? Eventually she can. Stiff arm. Could have almost been holding the ball there because she was taken in the tackle after the fend off, but the umpire happy just to call the ball up. So once again, plenty of numbers surround the ball. They get the handball away. Here we go. Lake, kick towards goal. Just offline. So she's been lively early days, has Akima Lake. A couple of behinds, had a couple of near opportunities. Just doesn't quite seize them. So we're just waiting for the ball to be brought back in once again. So kick up the middle of the ground. Socked through the middle. Here we go. Caldecott, is that holding the ball? No, but Wesburn away. Kick through the middle of the ground. Does the bounce go fortuitously for them? No, it doesn't. Healesville now on the counter-attack. This could be trouble. Stolzike took him on. And this is going to be a free kick for Wesburn. So an opportunity for a four-way forward. Syme sends it inside forward 50. Does it come out the back? Osborne is there. Had it under her control momentarily, but tackled straight away. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50. So it's four behinds at the moment for Healesville. There's a free kick, in fact. So I believe it's Rayner who's got the free kick. And this to put Wesburn in front. Rayner comes out on an arc, kicks, got the accuracy, it just falls short. Can someone sock it on the line? Healesville defending grimly, and we do have a stoppage about a metre or two out from goal for Wesburn. Dangerous times for the Bloods. Got to get the ball out of there. So once again, up it goes. Slap back. Lake, can she come away with it? Picks it up at ground level, does Lake, but she just lost it momentarily. The ball looks to be heading towards the boundary line. Stayed in for a while, but eventually found its way over. We are going to have another stoppage. So once again, up it goes. Tap back inboard. Rayner was in the area. Healesville desperately trying to get the ball out of there. It was currently in the hands of Carla. Here we go. This could be the opportunity. And free kick for high contact. This will go the way of Rankin. So Virginia Rankin from point blank range puts it away. First goal of the grand final. And after behinds for Healesville. It is Wesburn who get the first goal, and they lead by 2 points, their first lead for the day. And Virginia Rankin provides the goal. Contesting the ball well, put her head over it. The umpire came in to protect her, gave her the free kick, and it was fair enough. It's what you're taught to do in footy. So Virginia Rankin gets the important goal there for Wesburn. They currently lead by 2 points, 4 behinds for Healesville. 1 goal straight for Wesburn. So back in the middle once again. So up it goes. And it was Rankin in the ruck. Kick rolling forward here for Wesburn. Just getting out of their control with the Bloods. This is trouble. Collins handballed it and coughed it straight up. So Wesburn with another opportunity, but now they've coughed it up. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. Leighton tackled. She didn't dispose of it correctly. And the umpire was right there. So Bond kicks it to centre half forward. Good bit of vision, but a good spoil there as well. That tied by Thompson. Just overran the ball slightly. Socket forward the other way by Pearson of Wesburn. Dumping tackle is laid. And we will have a stoppage in the centre square forward of centre for Wesburn. So anyone's ball at ground level. And Wesburn really bringing the pressure in this second quarter. Not allowing Healesville a lot of room. Up it goes. Tap down once again there. I reckon. Another stoppage in the middle of the ground. So gaining a couple of metres here at Healesville. Up it goes. Caldecott in the ruck on this occasion. Up against Rankin. Was there a hold there? No, there's not. Doing really well to get the kick away there was Lake, who's probably been one of the best players on the ground for Healesville. Ball currently at half forward for the moment. Here we go. Here's an opportunity. Thompson, kick towards goal. Looks pretty good. And there it is. Healesville got there first. And they needed that one. After 4 missed opportunities, they put one through the middle. And Miley Thompson provides that goal. So Healesville back in front. 1-4-10 they are. Leading Wesburn. 1 goal straight 6. So back in the middle once again, wasting no time. Lake just couldn't quite take it cleanly. Did it well on the second attempt. Got the ball away to Newsom. Gets the handball away just in time. Did that pretty well to get the ball to Green, who ran into trouble momentarily. Now the kick comes away. Marcus spilled. Looking to try and go inside forward. 50 once again. Here are the Bloods. Going to be a tricky one to navigate. Currently in the hands of Collins. Tackled straight away. Here's another opportunity. This time in the hands of Green. Puts him inside forward 50. Raymakers is there. Just through the hands. And Wesburn, do they take it over? Do they try and keep it in? Was there high contact? Yes. So another opportunity here. Kick comes down the line dangerously, and they might have a response here. Once again, Healesville. This is Ruby Collins. Wheels onto the right boot. Long kick, high up and under ball. Going to be tricky to mark. Once again, comes to ground level. Plenty of numbers there, but it is going to be a stoppage inside forward 50 for Healesville. Not too far out from their goal. What can be done here at ground level? Wesburn try to get the ball away. Handball comes out just in time. Do they soccer it off the ground? No. It was picked up there by Braden of Healesville. She was tackled straight away. This could be an opportunity. Caldecott gets the handball away, but turns it over. Now Wesburn on the counter-attack. Do they get the fortuitous bounce? Socket forward on that occasion there by DeGraff. All sorts of pressure out there for both sides at the moment. Fight for ball, but none's going to be forthcoming. Umpire circling. And eventually Healesville do get the ball moving forward, but they've turned it over here. Rayner doing well. Sends the kick in the right boot the other way. No mark can be taken. And the Bloods getting numbers back here. Once again chasing it there was Pepperell. And then eventually Hills will get the ball moving back to their end of the ground. Socket forward for the Bloods once again. Now Wesburn look to try and come back into the middle of the ground. That kick, though, not going to do them any favours, and they've turned it over once again. So here we go. Newsom can put Healesville inside forward 50, and that she does. Does she find a set of hands? She did, but it was spilled. So Wesburn doing well enough to hold them up for the time being. Going in hard there of the contest was Tooby. And we will have a stoppage outer side of the ground. Latter parts of this second quarter. So still 4 points the difference at the moment. Pretty tight contest. Ball is tapped down. Kick comes away. Anyone's ball to be won here. It was picked up at ground level and the tackle is laid, and we'll have another stoppage this time in the centre square. So Wesburn just gaining a little bit of momentum. Anyone's ball here, anyone's ball. Wesburn, they get it moving forward. But this is the chance for Pepperell. Sells a candy to one, gets around another, puts him inside forward 50. Kick just going a little bit towards the pocket. Stays in play momentarily. Rainmaker's a good bit of body work, and this could be the opportunity, but a good tackle laid once again. Good defensive pressure here from Wesburn. And unable to get away with that occasion was Thompson. Tried to take him on, and it was a good tackle. So Wesburn win the ball back for themselves. Interesting kick up the line. Gonna be hard to make this one work. Pepperell gets it under her control, gets away from one. Oh, did beautifully. Oh, sells the candy. Again, the kick was just partially smothered. Pulling out a few party tricks there was Pepperell. Very fancy stuff, and now the kick comes into the middle of the ground. Healesville with all the numbers. Green's going to get there first. Just socket it forward. Thompson. Inside 50 they go, looking for Raymakers. The kick not really to her advantage. And the Wesburn defence is happy to see the ball over the boundary line once again. And another stoppage inside forward 50 for Healesville. So once again up it goes. Kick out of the pack towards goal. Is it touch? No, it stays in play. So no score as of yet, not the worst thing for Healesville. Momentary opportunity for Goy, but she was tackled straight away. Wesburn desperately trying to get the ball out of there. Thompson steps around. Kick towards goal is offline. So make that 5 points the difference for Healesville. So out they come once again. No mark can be taken here. Anyone's ball to be won at ground level. Inside forward 50 to go once again. Here we go. Green. Offline. 1-6-12. So an even one goal margin for the Bloods, but all because of the behinds. Could be much further ahead at the moment. So really keeping Wesburn in the game. Beautifully done there. Beautifully run on that occasion by Collins, who's ran herself into trouble. Still gets the ball inside forward. 50. Beautifully done. And she's found Pepperell, who is within range. Kick of only about 30 metres required on this occasion. So this to get the margin back out to 12 points. In comes Pepperell. Distance not a problem. Accuracy just a little issue. So another behind. 1-7-13 they are now. Golden opportunities, these not being taken. Pepperell there really needed to kick that. So inside forward 50 they go once again. No mark can be taken. Comes to ground level. Here we go. Another opportunity, but there's the siren. And that will do us for half-time here in the Under-14 Girls Grand Final in the Outer East here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. 1-7-13 it is to 1 goal straight 6. We'll take a short break for half-time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the all-important second half.
Hang on. That's still a loss. Yeah, $200? Yeah, there's more.
Second half action underway at Wanda North Recreation Reserve in the under-14 girls grand final, last grand final of the day here today. All the other junior grand finals will take place next week at Yarra Junction. And we might have an injury early days already here. Only 15 seconds into this first half, maybe not. So hopefully that is the case. Summer Caldecott just going down a little bit sore, but she's okay. Rayner in the ruck there for Wesburn, winning the tap. Caldecott gets the hands away. Done that really well too. They can go inside forward 50. Here can Healesville. Raymakers is in the area. Can she get it out the back? The bounce was relatively fortuitous there for Craig. Couldn't quite make it work though. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50. So up it goes. Tap was one down there for the Bloods. And here again is another opportunity for Healesville. Got the ball down in there, end of the grand early days in this second half, but that'll work out just fine for the moment. Doing well was Beckstream to get the kick out of there, but she didn't have a whole lot to go to, but it might still work. It landed to the one Wesburn player, but that's holding the ball. With the cell, a bit unfortunate, but she probably had to do it. There wasn't really a whole lot to do, so I had to take the risk. But in the end, conceded the ball back to Healesville. As we go through the middle of the ground once again, the Bloods have slightly turned this one over, haven't really done it cleanly. They might be able to still go inside forward 50. Here we go, the chance through green. Just doesn't quite find the chest of it. Teammate, and still a chance now because the kick away for Wesburn was smothered momentarily. Here we go, chance for Gory, but just couldn't quite bust her way through. And now they can go through the middle of the ground, high up and under ball. It's going to be a tricky one to mark. And it comes to ground level, but here is the opportunity once again for the Bloods. Inside forward 50 to go. Raymakers! Oh, couldn't take the mark. It was almost uncontested. But in the end it works out okay. Here is Thompson, it was, but she just couldn't quite get the kick away in time. Now picked up a ground level here by Gordon. But she was also tackled straight away. Kick away. We're going to work on that occasion there for Craig. Gee, they're just wheeling it forward here. Healesville, can they get a soccer off the ground? No, they can't. Rush through for a behind. So opening score there for the third quarter in this grand final, the way the Bloods, and is their 8th behind. There's another one that is rushed. So down the middle of the ground, beautifully done there by Caldecott. So a repeat entry coming up here for Healesville. Caldecott does it well to about 20 metres out. Oh, good spoil there on that occasion there by Beckstream. Tracking it back there as well was Ferguson. Couldn't keep it in play though, but a free kick is coming the way of Wesburn, I do believe. Just going to wait for the ball to come back. So the recipient is Ferguson for Wesburn. Who goes to the outer side of the ground, bit of a check side kick. No mark can be taken. Kept in play though, comes back inside, no mark can be taken just yet. So it looks like Pepperell can load him back up inside forward 50. Gory was there, just couldn't quite get front position to take the mark. And we're going to have another stoppage inside forward 50 here for Healesville. So up it goes once again. Comes down to ground level for the time being. Anyone's ball to be won. Handball comes away. Beckstream, kick was smothered. She'll go again, will she? No, tackled straight away. Good pressure being applied here by the Bloods. Heads towards the boundary line. Not going to be an easy one. Coming in hard there too was Lake, been one of the better players so far for Healesville. So once again, stoppage inside forward 50. The Bloods have really done well to lock the ball in there. Need to try and find this goal though. Wesburn desperately want to get it out there. Lake did really well to get the handball away. This could be the chance here for the Bloods. Kick towards goal. It's home, is it? No, it's offline once again. Thompson with another missed opportunity. 1-9-15 they are now, Healesville. So Wesburn really still in the game just because of the inaccuracy of the Bloods. Kick down the line is a beauty, but the mark couldn't be taken. Pepperell came back, but she couldn't complete the job. Rayner didn't communicate with her teammate, but it didn't matter. She's off now, gets the kick away just in time, but Pepperell did well, handle the ball cleanly, gets it moving forward. Bounce wasn't great. Here we go, strong tackle on that occasion there on Tam. Who's still pressing? Is that holding the ball? Free kick for high contact. So doing pretty well, Wesburn trying to get the ball moving up the middle of the ground. Not a bad looking kick, but probably to a tall one, but it works out in the end. The mark was taken there on that occasion by Bond. Too far out to score, you would think. Wheels onto the right boot, puts him inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but beautifully done there by Caldecott. Cuts it off for Healesville and looks to go to the outer side wing. Not a bad looking kick as well, but it's through the hands. What can be done here? Lake picked it up beautifully at ground level. Comes back inboard. Dangerous kick, but it might work out. Can Thompson take the mark? No, she can't. Beautifully contested there by Regan for Wesburn. The handball comes away, but it's turned over. And once again, an opportunity here for Green and Healesville. A long kick to the top of the square. Can a mark be taken? Does it get out the back? Here we go. Gorey! Was it a goal? Was it touched on the line? And it is a behind, so in the end it is rushed over. One 10-16, Gorey just didn't quite make the distance. So another opportunity goes begging there for Hills right the middle of the ground. Dangerous kick, but it worked out in the end, risky. But Gorin Hoof takes the mark. 10 points the difference, 1-10-16 to 1 straight 6. Kick up the middle of the ground, risky, looking for a teammate there in Rantall. And once again, inside forward 50 go the Bloods. Gorey, can she get it under control this time? Does she get an accommodating bounce? No, she doesn't. Little kick towards goal once again. He is rushed over again. Can you believe that? 1-11 they are now.
Come on, Riley, get it back.
So out they come, dangerously, but the mark is not held in the end by Rain, as she had a very good piece of it, but just couldn't take it to ground. That's a really good kick, but the ball also going through the hands there to Berthasol. Barreling, wobbling ball through the hands. Here we go, Newsom, can she break away? Gets the kick away, and the mark is taken. Donnelly plays on, kick towards goal. He's offline once again, can you believe that? This time from Caldecott. 1-12 they are now, Healesville. Just cannot seem to find the goal. Up the middle of the ground go Wesburn. They're getting dominated in this game so far, but they're only 2 goals behind because of the inaccuracy. So Pepperell, repeat entries coming up here for the Bloods. Thompson couldn't take the mark. Fortuitous bounce for the Bloods. Here we go, kick towards goal. What can they do here? Sock off the ground, there it is. They finally get one here, do the Bloods. Just what they needed. That second goal that gets the margin back out to 18 points, the biggest lead of the game. And after a plethora of missed opportunities, the Bloods finally find the middle. And that's going to be a very handy lead later into the game. Caldecott wins the tap. They might be able to get one out of the front here, but Wesburn just getting numbers back once again. But here we go. Inside forward 50 they go. Long kick, can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Comes to ground level. Good contest provided here. I'm just happy to score the ball over the pantry line there was Hanson. So ball up inside forward 50 here for the Bloods. Up it goes once again. Here we go, Newsom with a check side, not going to get the ball online. Gorey unable to take control of it, so it's another behind for Healesville. 2-13-25 they are now. So here we go, Wesburn got to try and make something of this. Kick to a 1-on-1 contest, could work it okay. It was looking for Syme, couldn't quite get it under her control. Good second effort though by Syme, couldn't get the kick away. Here we go. Crashing through was Caldecott. Gets the kick inside the forward 50. Beckstrom couldn't take the mark for Wesburn. Thompson, can she break away? Couldn't get the handball clear, but she was tackled straight away, so the umpire happy to call them to go. Kick into the middle ground, and it's dangerous because the Bloods are going to force the turnover. Here we go. Kick from about 40 metres out. Spills over the back. Beckstrom did well. Gets the kick away just in time. Gathered it cleanly too, but it's not really to anyone in particular. Here we go. Healesville once again. Caldecott gets the handball away. She might have to run into her own hand pass. Can't do so in the end. Wesburn getting the numbers back, tracking back this ball here in this occasion as Wilkins. Gorey sends it forward. And it trickles over the boundary line, and it will be another ball up. In fact, it's going to be a free kick here to Wesburn. So look to come to the outer side of the ground. A long kick up the line. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Spills to ground level. Anyone's ball to be won here, but the Bloods really pressing, really locking the ball in there into the ground. Gorey can't take the mark. Can she win the ground level ball? Lake unable to take it cleanly, but lays a good strong tackle, and we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50 and just a couple of minutes to go before we reach three-quarter time. And Healesville really taking some dominance in this last quarter so far. Third quarter, I should say. Here is Lake, kick towards goal. Just across the face. And trickles over, and we'll have a stoppage inside the forward 50 of Healesville once again, this time to the broadcast side of the ground.
Come on, get it back. Come on,
So up it goes once again. Caldecott against Rayner. Caldecott won the tap, but it was sharked by Beckstrom. Sends it the other way dangerously, and the intercept mark taken there by Collins. Is she within range? We'll find out in a moment. Can put his side 25 points up here with a straight kick. Sends it to the top of the square. Can Gorey mark? No, she can't. Beckstrom really well once again. Steadfast in defence. Heads to the outer side of the ground. Looking for a teammate. She did get the kick to Tam, but she couldn't take the mark. Tam goes in for the second effort. And there's going to be a free kick going the way of Healesville. So they can repeat the dose. They can send it back inside forward 50 once again. Here we go. Kick into the pocket. Beautiful vision. And the mark is taken by Caldecott, who can go back and line them up from about 35. So Caldecott, this to get it up to 25 points. In she comes. Looks pretty good off the boot. Once again, just across the face though. So 20 points the difference it is now for Healesville. Still a few opportunities just being missed. Summer Caldecott with her third behind of the afternoon. Another kick into the middle of the ground. Not a bad looking one. Caldecott try to force the interception. They still get inside forward 50 unless here the Bloods. Here we go. Kick to the top of the square. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. But it was Rayner forcing the intercept mark. And Rayner towards the middle of the ground, dangerously. Lake couldn't quite hold on to the mark. Here we go. Takes it under a wing though, does Lake. Does she swing onto the right foot? Has a bounce. Kicks towards goal. And misses. And another missed opportunity there once again. 2:15 they are now. Newsom taking in the tackle, and we're going to have another stoppage. So the three-quarter time siren not too far away here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. Pretty dominant quarter by the Bloods, but still a lot of behinds. They look to try and get the ball away here. And there we go, there's a siren. So pretty dominant quarter there. 1 goal late they got that quarter, did Healesville. Extending the lead out to 21 points at three-quarter time. 2:15-27 they are. Leading Wesburn 1 straight 6. We'll take a short break for three-quarter time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the final quarter.
Yeah.
Raced after you?
I was speaking to the dad before. The kid said they won. Good boy.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. We into the granny.
Yeah.
So had one win the granny here earlier,
Yeah, and one straight through.
and then one's gone in. Yeah.
Yeah, good that.
Went a long way around, but got there.
Yeah, nice. Looking trim.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, face and everything.
You're looking a bit cut yourself.
Nah, sorry. Yeah,
I heard you're hitting the gym pretty hard, and
I was.
No,
Yeah,
not
last few
drinking?
weeks. Nah, last few weeks that's gone.
And last quarter action not too far away here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. The Under 14 Girls Grand Final, the last Grand Final of the day. It is still the Bloods by 21 points, had all the ascendancy in that third quarter, just couldn't quite capitalise on the scoreboard. But a couple of straight kicks should well and truly see them home. Lake comes away with the ball but just couldn't quite take it cleanly in the end. And now front kick for the Bloods to the outer side of the ground. Caldecott back into the middle. That's a really good kick as well. Good bit of vision. Finds Collins. Doesn't have a whole lot up ahead at the moment, but does Collins. Loads up on the right boot. Sends it inside forward. 50 or just short of that. In fact, it bounces in the end. Thompson chases after it, eventually gets under her control, but she's tackled straight away. Umpire calls them to go, and now Wesburn forced the interception, and they come back the other way, but all the numbers here with Healesville for the moment. But they make this work in the end for themselves, Wesburn. The handball comes away, heads towards the bench line, good second efforts. Forward, is it to the advantage? It comes inside forward, 50. And now once again here, Gorey doing pretty well, going through the middle of the ground, forced that interception. The mark nearly taken there by Caldecott. Umpire calls play on. Rayner tackled straight away, a little bit excessive there, but umpire happy to let it go. So stoppage in the middle of the ground, just forward to centre for Wesburn. Caldecott probably got the better of it, but it was sharked by Wesburn. And once again they get the ball moving forward, but it's Healesville who can cut it off. Beautifully done here by Collins. Swings onto the right boot, not a bad looking kick into the middle of the ground. It's a dangerous one. And they might be able to make this work here, Wesburn, but they need a clean pick up at ground level. Can't get that one for the moment. And eventually the umpire calls for it. So another stoppage this time forward to centre for Healesville. Rayner this time wins the tap. Nearly worked out a bit of a falcon there. Rayner making it work for the time being. This is going to be an interesting one. So now an opportunity forward here for Wesburn. Inside forward, 50 to go. The mark almost taken, but just bounced off the chest. They're still pressing though. Rankin sockers it forward momentarily. And just a scrum inside forward, 50 for Wesburn. And the umpire calls for it, so stoppage. About 40 or so metres out from Wesburn's goal. They need to try and find this first one as well in this last quarter. Through the legs there of Ferguson, and now Healesville once again find a four-way forward. Picked up cleanly at ground level there by Gordon. And the umpire calls for it once again, so very quick on the ball ups here in this game. Not wasting any time with the umpires. Up it goes once again. Caldecott did well to win the tap, got it down to Lake, but she was tackled and dispossessed straight away. Picked up now on this time occasion by Green, and she's tackled straight away. So pretty close quarters at the moment for both sides. Bit of a gridlock in the middle of the ground. Neither side finding a way out at the moment. Smash forward there by Caldecott. This might be the chance here for Healesville. Lake sends it to centre half forward. Can the mark be taken? No, it can't. Spills to ground level. It was a good effort on that occasion there by Ferguson. But now Healesville away. The kick towards goal just a little bit offline there by Leighton. What can they find here, the Bloods? One more, you think. One more, and they're probably home. Heads towards the boundary line. This is going to be a tricky one to work out. It's locked up, and I think the umpire's going to have to call for this one, and he does. It's already about 3 minutes gone in this final quarter. Up it goes. Slapped away there by Rankin. Good tap as well to a teammate's advantage. Kick through the middle of the ground's a dangerous one. Taking it back here is Collins. Gets it under her control. Takes it under her wing. Sends it inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. Still a chance out the back though, potentially for Thompson. Kick towards goal. He's home. There we go. First goal of the last quarter. And it goes the way of the Bloods. 27 points the margin. And it's a big mountain to climb now for Wesburn. So they'll be very happy with that, Healesville. They've had troubles in front of goal today, but they find one where it matters most. So 3:15:33 they are now. Wesburn just the one goal straight on the afternoon. So just wait for the ball to come back into the middle. So up it goes, Caldecott and Rankin. Caldecott getting the better of that tap and almost going the wrong way. There was the Wesburn player. Collins, handballs inboard. Probably not to the advantage of any teammate. Lake tries to get it at ground level once again. Strong tackle is laid, and we'll have another stoppage in the middle of the ground. So once again, Caldecott and Rankin to go up on the ruck. Caldecott goes early, gets to it first. And now a little takeaway here from Wesburn, gets it to about half forward. Interesting kick being tracked down though here by the Healesville player in Donnelly. Can't quite get it cleanly. Now they can, Healesville. Interesting kick to the outer side wing. Blunt's just trying to force it forward. Caldecott once again gets the kick away just over the head. It could work out here. Running onto it this occasion looks like Newsom. Under a little bit of pressure though. Good tackle is laid. It's holding the ball. And Healesville with another four-way forward. About 2 kicks away from home. This one getting to about half forward, and the mark is taken. So maybe just one more. Can they find the mark inside forward? 50, they can. But not the set of hands that they were looking for. Beautifully cut off on that occasion by Goyen Hoof. Who looks to the outer side and then sort of goes to the middle, which could be problematic because Healesville are going to get the repeat entry. Kick not really going towards anyone in particular, but here we go. This could be an opportunity. Handball over the top. Lake gets away from one, steps away from another, but just ran into trouble at the last moment, and he's taken holding the ball. And Wesburn hold them off for the time being. But time really starting to run out here for the Dogs. Kick comes up the middle of the ground. Can the mark be taken? No, it can't. Spilled on that occasion there by Pearson. And Healesville looking to get that repeat entry once again, but it's going to be stopped here at half forward. And another stoppage at Healesville's end of the ground. If they can just lock it down there, they should be right from here. Up it goes once again. Slap forward momentarily there for Wesburn, but it comes away once again. Plenty of numbers surround the ball. Bit of a scrum at Healesville's end of the ground. Picked up beautifully here by Green. Steps away from one. Here we go. Snaps on the left. It's across the face. Martin almost taken. Not in the end. Wesburn getting a few numbers back at the last moment. They should be able to hold this off for the time being. Do they just rush it over? If they try and get the kick away, umpire eventually calls for it, so we'll have another stoppage in the forward pocket. For Healesville, who are really pressing subtly in this last quarter. Caldecott kick towards goal. Offline. Clever grab out of the ruck, just couldn't quite find the middle of the goals. So Wesburn with the kicking opportunity once again. Had 16 of these today. Long kick up the middle of the ground. No mark can be taken once again. No, it was taken. Caldecott to kick the behind moments ago. Wheels onto the right boot. Long kick to about 20 metres out. No mark was taken. And it finds its way over the boundary line. It will be another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Bloods. In fact, I think it's going to be a free kick for last kick. So Wesburn, little reprieve in defence. They get the kick moving out, but once again it's Caldecott breaking away from a couple. Goes with a check side towards goal. How does it bounce? Across the face. And once again it's going to be another free kick for last kick out of bounds. Trying to force the interception here at the moment are the Bloods. Might just force the stoppage. Umpire's right there and he calls for it. Breaking away here at Wesburn. Going along the broadcast side wing. Do they keep it in play? Yes, they do, but they might have just turned it over here. Umpire calls them to go. There's a cry for a hold, but none was forthcoming. And another stoppage right in front of our broadcast position here. And get the ball to about centre half forward to Wesburn. Only about 5 or so minutes to go in this grand final, so probably not enough time. But at least time maybe for a consolation prize. Just get one back, trim the margin back a little bit. Lake taps it forward. Not to anyone's advantage though. Wesburn do go inside forward 50 on this occasion. No mark will be taken once against a green level ball. And here is the takeaway, the handball away just in time by Collins. Socket laterally there on that occasion by Syme. And another stoppage. So a bit of a gridlock at half forward for Wesburn. Clever tap, that'll work out just fine on that occasion there to Rayner. Inside forward 50, no mark can be taken. Can they find it at the back here, Wesburn? Really come to voice here in the last couple of seconds. And they get a stoppage, only about 25 metres out from goal. So dangerous spot here for Healesville. Close checking's going to be important. Rankin on the ruck once again, this time up against Newsom. Newsom breaks away, gets the kick through the middle of the ground, but turned it over, has she? No one's ball cleanly just of yet, but they might be away now. Healesville through the middle of the ground they go once again. Kick to centre half forward. Getting front position looked like Beckstream. Does she get the kick away to a teammate? Looked like Ferguson, but it bounced away from her. And now they can go back inside forward 50. Mark was dropped there by Rantel. And a good tackle late on that occasion there by Thompson. And the umpire calls for it. Just 3 minutes to go in the grand final. 3:16:34 to Wesburn. 1 goal straight. Huge numbers around the ball once again. Interesting looking handball. Lake kicks around the body. There's no one at home. How will it bounce? Not kindly. Maybe still a chance though, but beautifully collected there by Syme, who once again tries to go to the middle of the ground. Lake with a second opportunity. This time it's online. This time it's got the carry, and this time it's a goal. Lake puts it through. 4:16:40 they are now, Healesville. And they extend the margin to 34 points. Akema Lake with what I believe is her second goal of the afternoon seals the deal. There's only about 2.5 minutes left in this final quarter. And a strong performance by Healesville, undefeated coming into today's grand final. And it will stay that way, you would imagine. Probably the team that's deserved it most in the under-14 girls here in the Outer East this season. Had their own troubles in front of goal today, but it has not mattered. Too strong nonetheless. Wesburn put up a pretty good fight, it has to be said. Just ultimately bested by the better side. So back in the middle once again. Rankin probably just getting the better of that tap, getting it forward. And it'll be take 2 in the centre. Up it goes once again. Both rucks just getting a bit of a tap on that occasion. Lake laying a bit of a tackle. Now they get the centre clearance. Do Wesburn beautifully collected on that occasion too by Tam. Intended inside forward, 52 1-1. Forward is there. It's going to be cut by Gory. Sends the ball the other way. Good spoil though. Still a chance here at Wesburn, maybe for one more goal. Not going to get one just yet. Here comes the ball. Out to the side. Good tackle late on Collins. Crowd want ball, but probably no high opportunity. And only about a minute to go now. Rankin slaps it down beautifully. Kick towards goal here at the boot of Rayner. Can they slap it forward here? No, they can't. Once again, Hills will get it under their control. Doing it pretty well here is Pepperell. Up the middle of the ground. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Once again, comes to ground level. Repeat entry coming up here for Wesburn. Inside forward 50 it goes. Once again, spills to ground level. Who can be clean here? Opportunity there was for Ferguson, but she couldn't quite take it. In goes Rankin once again. And another stoppage inside forward 50 here for the Dogs. Maybe one last chance for a second goal. Here we go, kick out of the pack. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Bounces slightly fortuitously though for the Dogs. But good defensive pressure laid once again, and there we go. Gory did well to lay the tackle, got the holding the ball free kick, and she finds Newsom, who goes for a bit of a run. Could have had a bounce, but just decided to get the kick away into the middle of the ground. Interesting one, looking for a teammate on that occasion there. In Walker it looked like. So not going to be too far away now. It's once again locked up in the middle. There it is. And Healesville are home in the under-14 girls grand final, season 2024 here in the Outer East. 4:16:40. They have defeated Wesburn. 1 goal straight. Commiserations to Wesburn. Pretty solid effort it was today. A pretty handy season overall. But the undefeated Healesville, they take away the premiership, and that will conclude our first allotment of junior grand finals here in the Outer East. Don't forget, we're going to have the second half all at Yarra Junction next Sunday. So you'll see all the top age grand finals taking place just then. We'll get some confirmation on what those games will be, because we still had a couple of results not confirmed just yet. But once again, congratulations to Healesville. We are going to have our post-match ceremony not too far away, and after that it will be our conclusion for the day here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. So I want to thank you everyone for tuning in to our grand finals here today at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. Don't forget, plenty of action next weekend and for the next month, finals coming up very quickly here in the Outer East. So thank you again for tuning in, and goodbye for now.
Congratulations to both sides for a fantastic game. It was a really hard ball shot for both teams. Bit of quiet please now, thank you. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Oefn team, Maddie, Matt, Aaron, and Beth who did all the photography today, so thank you very much guys. I'd like to thank Tony and Mark from the Oefn board for coming down today and helping out. In fact, Tony is the champion of the board. He is up here presenting medallion. I'd like to thank Aidan for all his commentary for the live stream and also game plates for the live stream. So thank you very much. And once again, I'd like to thank Wanda. If we give Wanda a big round of applause, they did a fantastic job. As I've mentioned all day, we could not have a game without these guys. And could we please put our hands together for our umpires? Jensen, Joel, Chris and Keith. Thank you. Come up and receive you all the medallions. Happy day. Come on, fellas. Now, could I please call up Wesburn's coach to make it say a few words? Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy, for being the first team I actually coached, and I'll put on the team. So thank you for a really good season that we've done without Cam and our brother's Matt and Jordan.
Okay, now we'll do the best on ground medal. So the best on ground for Wesburn was number 9, Virginia Rankin. And the best on ground for Healesville was number 19, Summer Corridor.
She did.
I would like to now call up the Premiership coach, Shane. Can you come up here?
So by the time it's there, it's well, nice to see you. I'll see you.
Okay, excellent. First I want to congratulate Wesburn for a fantastic season. Not only your under 14 team, but the 12 girls made the grand final as well, so you're doing an exceptional job with the girls program at the club, and the team girls also made the finals as well. So congratulate you all for all your hard work in the girls program. I'd like to thank obviously my team manager, our runner, Simon, Michelle, our trainer that also does the seniors and backs it up with us every week, Lauren. To the girls, their hard work and dedication throughout the year, their love and their care that they show for each other. You can probably hear them, they celebrate every goal that someone kicks. What's amazing is when you sit in there and give them an award and the love that they show when you give someone a medal, clapping, their enthusiasm is awesome. But big year, to go undefeated for the year, it becomes hard to start thinking, when are we going to drop one? Could it be this one? You just never know the mental battles, but we're able to sort of mentally get right during the week, reassure ourselves, stay positive, stay focused, and ways to get the job done. But obviously, the hard work that Wesburn put in their run and carry game really matched with us. So we'll let them get over the line. But yeah, it was a great season, and well done to all the girls. Okay, first medal goes to number 1, Grace. Number 7, Willow. Number 8, Bailey. Number 9, Ruby Collins. Number 10, Soraya. Number 11, Asha. Number 13, Akima. Number 14, Olivia. Number 15, Esther. Number 18, Michaela. Number 20, Paige. Number 21, Chloe. Number 24, Alita. Number 26, Hazel. Number 27, Crystal. Number 30, Holly. Number 33, Maddie D. Number 35, Maddie Hanson. Number 38, Sarah Mailer. Number 42, Gracie. And our 2 captains, Isabella and Summer.
Coach.
So, 2024 under 14 girls premiers, Healesville!
Yeah.